All right, welcome back. For anyone who's been following along, you know we've been keeping a really close eye on this wildly ambitious project, this attempt to build a full-on operating system, but for human organizations. Well, today is a big day because we've got a major progress report that points to a huge breakthrough.
You know, everything about this project really boils down to this one simple but incredibly powerful idea. It's all about tackling that classic problem that every group faces, right? That gap between people saying they agree with an idea and then actually, doing something about it. This whole system is designed to build a bridge from just passive support to real active participation. It gives every single member not just a voice, but a clear way to play their part.
And that really brings us to the huge question that frames this entire thing. Just think about it. What if an organization could feel and react and grow almost like it was a living thing? Imagine a system that can sense what the community wants, its collective will, and then automatically translate that will into coordinated action. That's the giant idea we're digging into today.
So to really get how this all works, the creators use this absolutely brilliant analogy. They have literally built this system like a computer's operating system, but the whole thing is designed from the ground up to work for people. Okay, check this out. This is where that whole OS analogy really just clicks into place. The system's core, its kernel, that's just the state manager, keeping track of absolutely everything. The processes it runs, well, those are the actual tasks that people do. Input and output are handled by sending out surveys, and then the automations that get kicked off by the answers. It's such a clever way to frame it, because it takes this revolutionary idea and makes it feel, well, surprisingly familiar.
Let's break it down. We're going to look at the three fundamental building blocks of this entire OS. Seriously, once you get your head around these three core concepts, the whole system just makes perfect sense.
First up, we have something called a profile. Think of it like a universal digital ID card. But, and here's the crazy part, it's not just for people. A project can have a profile, a skill can have a profile. Even an idea can have its own profile. This incredible flexibility, it's the absolute cornerstone of the whole system.
Next up, we have the task. And I want you to just forget everything you think you know about a simple to-do list. A task in this OS is a powerhouse, a versatile engine for getting things done. It could be a full training course with videos embedded right in it, a simple checklist for bringing a new volunteer on board, or even a complete workflow for a creative project. It's the engine that lets you do your bit.
And finally, we've got the relationship. This is the glue. It's how you connect any profile to any other profile. So one person is a member of a team. Another person is the manager of a task. This is how the organizational chart literally built itself, on the fly, just creating structure out of these simple connections. And this is where things get wonderfully weird. Because a profile can be anything, you can do some wild stuff. You could assign an abstract concept like the monthly newsletter to a task called content creation workflow. Now, in the system's logic, the newsletter itself actually becomes the student in that task. I know, it sounds strange, but that abstract power is exactly what gets rid of rigidity and makes the whole system so uniquely adaptable.
Okay, so now we get to the really big update. This is what we've been waiting for. The team just hit a massive milestone that connects all these different pieces and, well, makes the entire system truly come alive. So after 7 months of just deep, heads-down work, the project has grown to over 50,000 lines of code. And this wasn't just about adding a few features here and there. No way. This was about building a super robust foundation for something completely new. And all that effort, it has finally paid off. They did it. The project has officially hit the minimum viable product stage. What does that mean? It means the core loop, that foundational concept of an operating system for organizations, it's now a functional reality. It actually works. So how does this core loop actually function? It really just boils down to two simple actions: think and make. Members think by expressing what they want in surveys. The system then makes that a reality by automatically triggering tasks and building relationships based on their answers. And here is a perfect example of that magic in action. Okay, step 1. A member answers a survey that asks something like, "Hey, want to volunteer for the video team?" Step 2. Their yes answer instantly triggers an automation. And step 3, the system automatically creates a new relationship, making them a member of the video team profile. The best part? No admin had to lift a finger. It just happened. So this automation breakthrough, It's not just a cool technical achievement. It represents a fundamental shift in how communities can actually organize themselves. It's about turning a passive audience into active, engaged participants.
So you might be asking, who is this for? Well, the initial focus is squarely on creators. We're talking YouTubers, Substackers, community leaders, really anyone who has an audience and wants to do more than just talk at them. It's for people who want to turn their followers into a real community, a movement with a shared purpose.
I mean, just imagine this journey. A Substack writer finishes a big article, and at the end asks, hey, who wants to help research the next one? They drop a link to a survey in the app. Readers who click yes get automatically added to a research team group and are assigned their first task. That writer could literally wake up the next morning with not just an audience, but an organized, mobilized team that's ready to go. And here's the truly clever part about their whole strategy. The marketing is the app. To learn about getting your own version of this system, you have to sign up for their community. And what does the app do? It uses its own survey and task system to onboard you, to figure out what you're interested in, and to put you in the right group. You get to experience its power firsthand just by showing up. It's a live demo by design. It's brilliant.
So that's the latest. The Organization OS, it's not a theory anymore. It is a working tool that turns talk into real, tangible action. And that leaves all of us with one final thought, right? With a tool this powerful, a tool that can turn any audience into an organized force, what movement would you start?